Alrighty, Lumberjacks, welcome back to another Logging from Scratch episode. Last time we were playing, we had just felled all the trees up our trail here for the Hydro Service contract. So what I want to do is I want to rent a line skidder for the day, which turns out is a lot more than I thought. So it's $3,000 to rent a line skidder for the job. That includes a forestry blade or a blade of our choice. So I'm going to go with the forestry grinder on it. So I'm just going to do a quick shot of these guys. So we are able to get the line skidder. And we're just going to ignore that price because that's not what we were told. We got a deal through a friend. Okay, and we're going to get the forestry grinder with that as well. Okay. So now what we have to do is we have to rent the truck for 2 trips. So we're gonna pay up front for the actual the travel there and the travel back, because we do want to kind of pay for the whole job together. So we're talking here. I'm gonna do the math here. So let's see here. Okay, sorry, my calculator was not happening here. Okay, so we have 32,215. So now we got to take $3,000 off. That's for the rental of the skidder and the forestry thingy. And now we got to take another $2,000 off for the 2 trips it's going to take to get the machine out there and the machine back. So it leaves us with $27,000. And I'm also going to take $2,000 off to pay down our debt, because I forgot to do that in the last couple episodes. And we have payments. So that leaves us with $25,215. So $25,215. $25,000. And we took $2,000 off of this, so $654,000. Perfect. So at least our debt's coming down a little bit. And then we're going to get some money back after we do this job. So this will be good. So what we're going to do is we're going to drive this guy over, pick up our skidder. And like I said, at least it came with the forestry grinder, so now we'll be able to clean up those stumps real fast. So ultimately, it's actually a pretty good deal. And then one day when we're rich, maybe we'll own our own skidder. You never know. Maybe, just maybe. And one thing I did decide is if we do decide to go to another map or another area, I'm just going to kind of keep what we have going, so we can kind of make it one continuous series. I think that'd be kind of fun. And then if we get to the top and we become too good, then we can always reset it and start over. So let's get this guy on here. Beautiful. All right. I think we can lock that guy down. Yep. Perfect. So this will be our one trip out for $1,000. Now, I'm not going to drive this all the way back, but I'm going to count it as $1,000 to keep it an extra amount of time out here to make a trip back, because normally I'd have to return the truck right after I dropped it off, but we're paying $2,000. That'll pay for the extra trip back, so should be just fine. Perfect. And like I said, so we're sitting around $25,000, so that's pretty good. We're coming up in the world. And like I said, now we're renting some actual some big equipment, so this is good. I actually have to take a nice picture of this. That's not a very good spot. We'll get a picture of it. And we'll just unload it somewhere along here, I guess. Actually, well, we'll take a couple pictures as we go here. I never decide which one I want until I get it. All right. So like I said, now we get to keep the skidder out here, so that's convenient for us. Now, the bonus to having this guy is we can probably make some pretty short work of this hill. It'll be pretty quick for us. So let's put this over here. Perfect. It almost looks like those back tires are floating a little bit, which they very well may be. So yeah, okay, so let's grab this guy and put it to work. Now, where do we want to drag them out to? I think I want to drag them out almost right to the road so we can just load right from it. So let's make a drag pile-y kind of spot here. We got our winch going. So now we can hook onto these guys, and in theory, whoops, unless they do that and bust the skidder. Oh geez, that was a bad move. Alright, okay, well, hopefully it turns around. Ah! Interesting. Alright, so we can drop them here, it's fine. But what I want to do is I actually want to go up higher. So let's raise our blade a little here. I kind of want to start at the top and then grab them in groups as they come down. That's kind of my plan. But there's a lot of stumps laying around too, so we got to be careful with that too. I could go through and try to clear the stumps, but it might be a bit of a nightmare trying that too, because I think we'll hit the trees with the grinder. And these trees are basically like our bonus for this job, so we don't want to lose the value on these trees, because that'll be, oops, very cost tricky. This is a very brutal hill, but I think the skidder's got what it takes to get up there and back. There we go. Windy little bendy road. I'm glad we chose a skidder though, because doing this with the excavator and the truck, oh man. Yeah, we made a good call here for sure. Okay, let's, I'm going to kind of cheat and go through this way. Because then we can just get to the top and we won't hit all these trees. Assuming the skidder can climb this. Oh yeah, she's good. Fly paper and right to the ground. There we go, beauty. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff down up here, so this will be interesting. It's definitely going to be a little tricky, but that's okay. That's what we're in here for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to haul all the trees to like this point. So let's go over here. We're going to hook onto this guy. And then let it roll a bit. Grab this one. Okay, I'm going to detach, oops. I'm going to detach this one. Attach this one. Let's try to synchronize them a bit here. There we go. Okay. So let's maybe have an even more forward point, like right about here. This is tricky because they're all over the place. So let's just let those go for now. Let's bring up this one. And this one. We're going to drop this here. I don't know how that one's going to work, but we can try. Oh, we didn't do a very good job of delimiting that one. Okay. And let's grab maybe this one. That might be an interesting pole, but we'll try. Oh gosh. Oh goodness. Well, that one will have to be an add-on towards the end there. Hopefully we don't do too much damage to the skidder, because I'm sure that'll come out of the bill somewhere. Okay, so let's grab that one. Okay. These two are kind of a team, so let's try that. I think these two are kind of on a really good path here, I think. So let's just get those down that way. Beautiful. Okay. This one could be potentially tricky because it's a heavy log and it might screw up our other logs here. Oh, come on, baby. Come on. No, don't do that. Alright, we'll just include that one because I don't want to mess up my beautiful pile here. Thank God we rented this for the whole day, because, man, it might take us the whole day at this rate. Okay, so we got those, and those, and those, and that wacky one. So let's connect this one. And this one. Like I said, this could be a bit of a wacky pole, but we got to get it down there, so. Alright. So now to pull this out, I'm going to have to go a little bit of a different direction here, I think. So we're going to try to pull it down through these trees. And hopefully it doesn't crush the machine. We're just going to gun it here. If I go too slow, those logs will catch up and probably squish us, so we don't want that. And actually, as we get down to these piles, I can probably start adding trees to them here. So like, for instance, if I kind of come by the side of this one, that's actually kind of an interesting picture, isn't it? Let's grab that too, just for fun. We can start hooking them onto the pile here. And then the stump grinding on this is going to be real fun. Alright. Okay, well, I'm just going to drag these because we're kind of getting some issues here now. So we're going to stick with just this pile, I think. And we'll bring these out, and then we'll go back. And actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this stump grinder right here. I'm going to let that loose, and we'll pull it in. Man, I'm glad we chose a skidder. Can you imagine doing this with the truck? There's no way. That would have been the scariest thing ever. Okay, here we go again. So now, I think we'll just go up to the base again, where we were, and pick up the leftover pieces. I kind of want to clear this approach, though, so let's do that real quick, too. I feel like there's a lot of trees just kind of chilling out here that are in the way. And then what we'll do is we'll kind of snake down the road from the top and try to pick up all those little pieces. Alright, so let's start with this guy here. Because we're just going to keep pushing them all over the place, so we might as well do a good job here. I said this is our bread and butter here. We got to be careful of this stuff. So and we can even line these up well with this. This is nice. Even if they're close, don't matter to me. Good enough. Okay. Beauty. This is awesome. It's a different kind of logging. It's expensive logging, but we would have never been able to do it without starting from scratch and building our way up. I know it's just a rental, we don't own it, but one day when we're rich, we will own one of these, which is cool. Beauty. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way to the top. And we're going to try our best to get all of that stuff down here. I think we can do it. And then, like I said, stump grinding might be a bit of a nightmare, but that's okay. And then once we get all the wood hauled out, then, yeah, we got the contract done. And we can be rich-ish. Rich-ish. Oops, as long as we don't get the skidder stuck. Man, wouldn't that be stupid to get the skidder stuck and then have to pay another God knows how much to get that out of there? Then our contract wouldn't be worth much. So that's why we're trying to operate nice and gentle, not be too crazy here. Because if I wreck the equipment or get it stuck, it's probably going to cost like 10 grand to get something out here to fix it, which we don't want. But in this world, anything happens, you know? We could roll it. We could fall on our own heads in this game, and you just never know. So I want to just double check up here that we have all of the trees that we wanted down. Okay, so let's take a quick peek here. Yep. Good. Looking good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to hook onto this guy, drag it down to those two. I'd like to get this last skid out before we go. I think we can do it. If not, we might run a little bit later because I really do want to get this skidding part done. Let's detach that for a moment. Grab that one. Oops. That one. Oh, we'll just... whatever. It's all good. And we'll hook onto you. It's going to be kind of a wacky skid, but it's coming, so it's all good. They're just really not grouped evenly, but I'm hoping eventually they hit a plateau here where they kind of lay together better. How the heck are we going to get this one? We're going to take a risky move on this cliff here and go down. Oh. But that whole thing about driving safely, apparently that's right off the table now. There we go. I mean, granted, these are a lot closer now. Maybe we can go like this and hook them all together. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. Let's try that. Oh, and that one, I guess. Let's be the oddball one. And this one we're just going to ride down the hill, apparently, so that's cool. Alright, let's try to grab it right here. I know it's kind of close, but I think that's all of them, though, isn't it? Do we have them all? Let's double check. Yep, got every single tree. So then I guess after we drop this skid, in the next episode, we will be doing the grinding. So we'll grind the whole road out, clean that up. Then we got to start loading the low bed. Oh, actually, we'll have to pay for another trip. We're going to prepay for one more trip. So $4,000 or $1,000. So it should be a total of 3. Because we got to do a trip to the mill as well with the wood on the low bed. So that's something we got to be careful with. Oh. Still got hung up on something there. Interesting. Okay. Let's run over our stump grinder. That's cool. There we go, gentlemen. We did it. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to hook this back up to the grinder here. Oops. I kind of screwed myself over there, didn't I? How are we going to get that out of there? Just like that. That's how. That's how you do it right there. A little bit of bend on that, but that's okay. All right, so we're gonna leave this guy right here, and why don't we take a real quick wander of our trail here to make sure we didn't miss anything or anything weird. So lots of stumps to carve up, so that's good. I figured that was gonna be a thing. So carve up all these. That. It's going to get a little funky in here trying to clean it up, but I think we'll get her. That looks good. That looks good. Excellent. Ooh, very high stumps, but we'll get that cleaned up. And I think, yeah, we got every tree. Excellent. All right, well, that was pretty good. Hey, decent contract. Getting her cleaned up. So once we remove all the stumps, and then we load up the wood and sell it, that's when the contract ends. We check with the hydro guys, make sure they're happy with their new little cleared road. And, yeah, 20 grand right off the bat. That should be pretty cool. And then whatever we make from this wood, we might make, 5, 6, 7 grand off this wood if we load it up and cut it properly. So, yeah, I think what I'm going to do is when we do build it, I'll chop some of these pieces out. And I'll make kind of some makeshift stakes that can get locked down to it. Because I think there's locking straps. We'll see where all the locking straps are. Yes, we got locking straps here, here, here. So I'll just turn the wood. I'll make stakes kind of like we did back in 2017 when I made those stakes kind of on the trailers. I'm going to do the same thing here. And then we'll just stockpile it. And then I'm not going to cut any of it until we actually get to the mill, though. So I'm going to put them on as whole as we can. Some of these won't fit, though, so we might have to do a little carving. But we'll have to sort and do all that stuff with the loader here. But the quicker we get these contracts done, the more money we make, and the more we can grow. So we got to keep rolling with it. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. But if you guys like the episode, leave a like, leave a comment. Do not forget to subscribe. And if you're in the bush, don't forget to hug a tree. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.